Esports Olympics are set to launch. What? Esports Olympics is set to launch at IOC presents proposal for video games. You a PlayStation fanboy? You don't buy games. Get that through your head. The first Olympic esports games are set to be added soon to the portfolio of events as it seeks to attract and retain young audiences. Oh, brother, man. Y'all thought XDefiant was sweaty right now. Y'all thought every multiplayer game was sweaty right now. If this shit goes to the Olympics, it's over, bro. RIP casual gaming. Niggas is about to grow up. When I was growing up, I wanted to be Ash Ketchum, you know? I want to be the best that no one ever was. I want to catch them all. If I just practice 27 hours out of the day in Fortnite in build mode, I too could represent the United States. Oh, brother. The International Olympic Committee said Friday it will ask members to approve a proposal to create a video game Olympics when they meet. Wait. An event? Like an actual just video game competition inside the Olympics, or a separate video game Olympics? Am I reading that correctly? Proposal to create a video game Olympics when they meet next month in Paris on the eve of the Summer Games. The Olympic body said it was in advanced discussions with a potential host that should be announced soon after July 23rd to the 24th. So wait, this is a whole Olympics then. So we're going to have the Summer Games, the Winter Games, and the Gamer Games. That's fucking funny. The Gamer, like, what do you call it the Gamer Games? Like, what do you call it? The Spring Games? The E-Olympics, the IOC is taking a major step forward in keeping up with the pace of the digital revolution, its president said. The esports Olympics will build on the IOC-backed week of video game competitions held last year in Singapore. It was a mix of physical simulations of Olympic sports and traditional video games. The IOC said 75% of viewers engaging with Singapore's events were between the ages of 13 and 34. The new project is another win inside of the Olympic circles for the French official David Lapriette, who is increasingly seen as being president, the potential IOC leadership candidate. The president of cycling governing body was given the esports brief by Batch several years ago. Last year, he also elected to lead France's Olympic body and steered a French outbid to the surprise preferred bid to the IOC host in the 2030 Winter Games. Batch said on Friday it was a no-brainer and they would stay involved in the esports Olympic project. Seeking to reassure Olympic sports which do not have an esports presence, Batch said the video game event would have a financial model separate from the current sharing revenue from the Summer Games and Winter Games. So they're probably going to charge you microtransactions to watch it. We're not entering into a financial adventures which would put their subventions at risk, referring to the sports, blah, 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 blah. I got to save this one. I actually missed this one. Good article. Because we're doing a podcast tomorrow. I might have to throw this one in there. I'm going to save that for the notes. So, all right. So the question becomes, because this is still like in the works, but it sounds like they're moving along. If, what the fuck? If this does get past the Olympics, the video game Olympics, what games do y'all think there should be and how many games? How many games and what games do you think should be played? Let's talk about it. I feel like League of Legends is a given. We got to do some fighting. Street Fighter got to be in there. Street Fighter got to be in there. Maybe like one multiplayer game from like every major genre. So you could do like Street Fighter for fighting because that's the biggest. For MOBAs, you could do League. For racing, you could do Forza. The Last of Us multiplayer? Shut up, nigga. CSGO. CSGO could be... See, the shooter would be a tough one. For shooters, you could do CSGO. You could do... Call of Duty wouldn't win. You could do Valorant. XDefiant's not in there. Fight Night. I don't know about all that. Ooh, a Gamer Words competition. A racial slurs throw. Nah, Battlefield. I don't think that would go in there. Smash. Nick All-Stars. All right, bro. Gran Turismo could go. Dota 2. That would be interesting. Shit. For oh my god, I spilled water on myself. Fuck. For shits and giggles, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and let's do a document out. Let's see. For shits and giggles. I'll entertain this for a moment. Let's turn this into a video. I'll turn this into a, let's entertain this for a moment. All right, we're gonna do, let's see, fighting, racing, shooter. What other genres? Sports. Can you do RPG? No, you can't do RPG, can you? I don't think Madden would be a competitive sport. You got to keep in mind that the Olympics is like, yeah, y'all niggas. I spotted the American in the chat. I don't think Madden would be in it just because the Olympics is a global sport. The Olympics is a global event that is designed to promote peace. So if the whole globe is participating in it, the sports game would most likely be FIFA, not Madden. Strategy. I guess, yeah, you could put like league in there. He says speed running. Speed running. I'm trying to like what are all major video game genres? I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. All right, adventure, role play, puzzle, right? action, adventure. I feel like those are the genres that you can be competitive in, because I don't know what RPG you would be competitive in. I mean, Elden Ring has the Colosseum, maybe. Tetris, chess could be in there. You could do a chess video game, I guess. Destiny, Minecraft. How you gonna do creative Minecraft? All right, you said Elden Ring PvP. All right, what would you nominate for fighting? I'm gonna go ahead and throw Street Fighter in there. Let me just put SF6. Street Fighter. What would come after? Potential. Mortal Kombat's not in the conversation. I'll throw Smash in there. We'll throw Tekken in there. Tracking 8. We'll throw Tracking 8 in there. That's 3 good ones. 5 max. Is there any more? Soul Calibur? Nah. Brawlhalla? Nah. Uno. Nigga, what? Guilty Gear? That's a reach, I feel like, but it's in the conversation. King of Fighters is a hell of a reach. Because you know what? Because I'm gonna throw a wild card in there. It's not out yet, but I do feel like it's gonna be big. We're gonna throw Project L in there because it's gonna be free to play. By the time this Olympics happens, like, it could be a thing. I'm gonna throw that in there for shits and giggles. Moving on. All right, Def Jam. Shut the fuck up, bro. Let's see, racing. Multiverses. No, just no. Racing, just go ahead and throw 4s in there. Gran Turismo. Is there any other racing games I need to be aware of? Mario Kart. Hey yo, I would watch Mario Kart. I'd watch it. That would be fun. Mario Kart 8 competitive. That shit would be funny. Oh shit. F1. There's an F1 racing game. That'd be hilarious. That'd be fucking hilarious. Assetto Corsa. I know that one. Is that game popular? I'm not in tune with it. Is it popular? The Crew. The servers don't work. Yes, made by EA. Need for Speed. Oh yeah, there is a Need for Speed. That's good right there. That's good. This is the tough one right here. Shooters. Give me some shooters. Let's entertain this. So I'm gonna throw Valorant. I don't like it, but I'm gonna throw it in there. CS:GO. R6. Oh, how did I forget about that? Yeah, Rainbow's got to go in there. Rainbow Six Siege. But not X Defiant. Yeah, not X Defiant. Would COD go in there? I don't know. No. Apex. Is Apex competitive still popping? Halo's not in the competitive. Halo's not in the conversation. Oh yeah, you know what? Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite is in the conversation. Halo is not Halo. They're about to shut down the damn servers. Body cam, nigga. No. I'll throw COD in there as the last one. Marvel Rivals in the future. Yeah, see, yeah, you could throw Marvel Rivals and Overwatch in. I don't know if Overwatch would pick. Sports. Like I said, I feel like the default for sports would be FIFA, but we'll entertain this. Concord. All right, buddy. Although what's that shit called? It's not even called FIFA anymore. What is it called now? FC Sports or some shit? What is it called? FIFA name change game. It's called EAFC. Shit, lame as hell, bro. That shit don't roll off the tongue. EAFC 2024, whatever. GTA Golf. No Mortal Kombat. No. No, 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 no. Mortal Kombat is not in the conversation. They had like 20 people sign up for Combo Breaker. Not Combo, but fucking Evo or whatever. Mortal Kombat niggas don't even play Mortal Kombat. 2K Tennis. Tennis 2K25. We got Homelander. Nobody cares. Game sucks. Sonic and Mario at the Olympics. Ain't nobody playing that shit. UFC. Let's see. UFC. Mario Strikers. I don't know if that would be there. Like, is that the last Mario Strikers was ass. Rocket League. That's actually more believable, believe it or not. Rocket League is actually more believable. I know that's still got a community. MLB. Baseball's pretty big globally. Not gonna lie, I'll never buy another Mortal Kombat if they don't go back to using MKX's mechanics. Guitar Hero. Cricket. NBA 2K is not in the conversation. Not throwing on there for shits and giggles though. Cricket the game. All right, strategy. League of Legends is what comes off the top of my head. Although, can you put Overwatch in strategy? StarCraft. Is that still popular? Well, Dota 2. Wait, Dota 2. Dota. Tetris? Nigga, what? Competitive Tetris? What? What are y'all talking about? Smite? I got... Predecessor. Civilization? Is there competitive Civilization? What are y'all talking about? Competitive Civilization? What? I'll throw Smite on there. I don't know if it's still popular. Total War? Y'all just yapping, bruh. Tetris is really competitive. They got a competitive scene for that? World of Tanks, I think it's called. It's popular in Korea, PlanetSide. Pokemon? Pokemon, yeah, it's technically a strategy game. Which Pokemon, though? Farming Simulator. Y'all just fucking yapping. I think that's a good list. I'm not putting no damn. Oh yeah, Pokemon Unite. You could put that on there. But you could put Pokemon as a whole because it is a strategy game. Technically, it's a turn-based strategy game with multiplayer. All right. So out of the fighting, I would pick Street Fighter. If they were to pick another one, what would be the second fighting game? If they were to pick another one, what would y'all pick out of this list? Tekken 8, Tracking 8. Y'all want to see competitive tracking? Tekken. Melty Blood. You're just being different. All right. Most of y'all are saying Tracking 8. Most of y'all are saying Tracking 8. All right. So Street Fighter and Tekken out of that. For racing, I'm not gonna lie. For racing, I'd want to see Forza and Mario Kart. I just feel like it's got to be fun. I feel like if you're gonna do competitive gaming, it can't be all super serious. I feel like Mario Kart would bring like a good energy. You said Mickey 8. Hey, we shooting tonight, Siggy? I'm almost done. What would y'all want to see? Burnout? Nigga, ain't nobody competitive crashing cars. Mario Kart would be must watch. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably live stream Mario Kart, like reactions to competitive Mario Kart. That would be fucking funny. Mario Kart Sweats would go crazy. Like somebody getting a hit with a blue shell that's about to win the race on the world stage. Somebody like and then they speak a language you don't even fucking understand, but you know they're cussing. Oh shit. New Mickey Mouse Racing would be legit after these runs I've been seeing. I don't know if you saw, we talking about, I'm making a list, Siggy. An article came out that there's a possibility that esports Olympics is coming. So we would have the summer, the winter, and the esports Olympics. So I was trying to come up with like games and for like different genres that they could be competitive. Shooters though, shooters. Mario Kart would start World War III. It's not funny, but it is. Like, imagine America, Russia, China, and like Britain, France. Like, say, imagine like two, what do they call themselves? BRICS? Imagine two BRICS countries and two NATO countries. Yeah, America and Japan versus China and Russia in a Mario Kart's final. And fucking Russia is in first place, and an American hits them with a blue shell. That nigga Putin. Well, no. This is supposed to promote peace. This is supposed to promote peace. Why did you do? You get a call from Joe Biden. Why did you do that? Trying to go find some way to cheat. Yo, chill. Yeah, send the nukes, bro. Send the nukes, man. This shit is fucking crazy. Let me stop making jokes about that. Shooter. I feel like what would get picked is Valorant and probably Overwatch or COD, but I don't want to watch any of that. I'd rather watch Rainbow. I'd rather watch competitive Rainbow. I'd rather watch competitive Fortnite. I'm going to be honest. And I don't even like Fortnite. If you want to throw Apex on the list, it's full of fucking hackers. If we throw Apex on the list, I'd rather watch Apex. I just don't see that being picked because I don't know if it's popular enough. And I'm a fan of Marvel Rivals, but this is too new, so I don't know if that'll happen. But like this one, like there's so many good shooters. Like this one's up. This one, like anybody can win this one. Apex players use Zins. World War III starts over a banana peel. Oh shit! It would be COD if it's set up with Black Ops during the desert. If Black Ops is fire, it could be COD. It could be COD, but this one, there's a lot to pick from there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to watch competitive Valorant. That shit just standing in a corner is boring. I think COD just wins by default. Is COD big globally? I'm kind of ignorant on that. Is Call of Duty big globally, or is it just big in the West? Because like it's possible it could just be big in the West because the West has a lot of buying power. It is COD big globally? I'm kind of ignorant on that. I don't know. Yeah, it's big globally. Okay. Then COD could get picked then, as long as it's big globally. Because I feel like the nigga in the chat that was talking about sports, he said Madden should be played. No, Madden is not even in the conversation for sports games in the Olympics. This is a global thing. So for sports, I feel like the default what's going to be there is FIFA, EA FC, or whatever soccer game. The second one, if there is a second one, I'd probably want to watch either UFC or probably 2K. Rocket League would be fun to watch competitively. Rocket League would be fun to watch. But FIFA would definitely be that's a given. The same way I think it's a given for Street Fighter and fighting. Rocket League is definitely going to be there. It's huge. I know it's not related, but we were talking about allegedly Pharrell dissed Drake on Despicable Me 4 soundtrack song. He did? What'd he say? And then strategy, without a doubt, it's League of Legends is getting picked. After that, any of these can get picked. Dota is too similar to League, I feel like. Even though League is a spawn child of Dota, I know, but it's too similar and League's more popular. So like, honestly, if they picked another one, I'd rather watch Pokemon Unite or Smite or even Predecessor. No StarCraft? Oh, my fault. Yeah. I've watched competitive StarCraft. I'm not into it. I wouldn't want to watch it. But if y'all like it, competitive Uno. NBA 2K would be hit because Caitlin Clark's on the cover. So that's what we got. That's what we got. Interesting. I wonder what would be the recruiting process for getting players into an Olympic team, right? Because there's so many different leagues. There's so many different esports teams. What's there's a process if you want to become an Olympian. If you want to become a sprinter, you go to like certain trials, or a swimmer. Like, what's the trials? Who's going to host them? Who's going to be the standard? Who defines who's going to represent America in Rainbow Six Siege? And then also, if you bring home a gold medal in esports Olympics, do you get the same respect as the summer and winter games? Like, will you get the same respect as like a Gabby Douglas? You see what I'm saying? Or Michael Phelps or Usain Bolt? He said no. And then also for the fellas, like, are you getting hoes? Like, that nigga just won the Call of Duty world champion at the Olympics. I'm about to slap him up. Like, are the hoes gonna be on the esports niggas, bro? Nerdy hoes? They stink. That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. That's what I'm trying to. You say you might be on. Oh. If anybody from the Olympic committee sees this too, because I'd imagine they're probably ignorant to the gaming space. Y'all need to bring me on as a consultant. We need to test the players. Every player from every team in every country needs to be tested for Adderall, Coke, and any other type of drug that can boost your reflexes. But for damn sure, Adderall. We need dope testing. I know it sounds goofy, but that's why these niggas be cracked out, because they're literally cracked out. G Fuel banned. We got to ban G Fuel. You are not allowed to. Ozempic. What does that have to do with anything? What? You are not allowed to show up off of more than 200 milligrams of caffeine. That shit would be so funny. That shit would be so funny. Paul Smith from the United States team was banned from the Rainbow Six Siege professional tournament at the Olympics because they just tested him and they found 350 milligrams of caffeine. They said no more than 2 scoops of G Fuel. He used 4. He cannot participate in this year's tournament. That nigga show up with fucking handcuffs behind his back and shit, lights flashing in his face. Paul, do you have anything to say for being a disgrace to the United States? I was up all last night, did a 12-hour shift. I was feeling a little tired. I just feel like I needed a little boost. And the time zone change. I'm sorry I let my country down. I'm sorry, Joe Biden. Don't worry, Paul. That nigga's not awake. He didn't see. Your red eyes. Oh, shit. That should be funny. Hit me up. Olympic Committee. Hit me up. I got y'all. I know what the fuck going on. No ashwagandha. That's an unfair advantage. Yo, you're just yapping. Ashwagandha? We might as well go all the way. Yeah. You better not be off no blue chews during the tournament. Why the fuck would a nigga pop a blue chew before an Apex tournament? Dick just be all hard. What are you talking about? What other news I got for y'all? 19 things we learned about Dragon Age. Y'all just yapping. No CMOS. What's the 19 things you learned? Did you spell it out? Come on. Okay, here we go. The ability wheel is a bit more limited this time around. That was one thing that was cool. The Veilguard is using an ability wheel similar to Mass Effect, but it doesn't sound like you'll be able to use every spell or ability in your arsenal from this. Instead, you have to assign a loadout of 3 abilities per character in the party and decide what moves you want to bring with you in the field. This is similar to Mass Effect Andromeda, which lets you learn every ability in the game, but we're limited to 3 at a time unless you swapped out your loadout. I like the combat in Andromeda. It was one of the few redeeming things. Ocho said he used to pop half of a Viagra to help him. That's weird. Imagine getting dogpiled by him. What I like about it is there's a kind of an emergent gameplay depending on who and your companions are coming into the mission. The reason for this is that it actually creates a really interesting balance of strategizing about your combat kit before the mission, then the tactical decisions once you're in the field and the combat deciding what to do. Other ability wheel inputs will include, I just hope that there's a, because one thing I did like about Andromeda is you did only have 3 abilities, but they had a nice quality of life thing where you could have multiple setups. I think you could have like 3 or 4 setups, so you could swap between them like really quickly. Don't limit us too much, you know? Let us have different setups. So if we run into like a tech type enemy, you got abilities to deal with tech. If you're dealing with organics, you have like, you know, I'm speaking of Mass Effect. Y'all know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm still laughing at the G Fuel ban. Fucking a nigga get tested. You're banned. We found 400 milligrams of caffeine in your system. You took too much G Fuel before the match. It wasn't G Fuel, it was a gamer subs. It doesn't matter. The rules say, and then it becomes like a whole scandal. He sues the Olympic Committee. You said we can't sip G Fuel. I had gamer subs. I had advanced GG. It's different. I've been seeing a lot of Dragon Age fans hating on this. Yeah, it's because they're doing something different. They're kind of streamlining the game. I like it. I'm not going to judge it too hardcore until I play it for myself. But I'm going to be honest, I don't care what them nerds think. If you like it, play it. It's definitely gonna split the community. BioWare talked about accessibility features. One fan asked if BioWare would be including accessibility features in Veilguard to help players who need those to play the game. The question specifically mentioned. I do want to assure you that we spent a lot of time thinking about this topic so you can play the game in a way that really works for you. I'm excited to share more with you when the time is right. So they didn't really have any answers for this. I'm excited. It looked fun to me. It takes place 10 years after Inquisition. I saw that they're going to allow you to make choices if you don't have a save file. You can make choices that carry over from Inquisition before you play the game. You'll be able to customize your party's outfits. I would hope so. The team is not focused on DLC at the time. That's what we like to hear. Most of BioWare's recent games, with the unfortunate exception of Mass Effect Andromeda, have had major story DLCs. The team's entire focus is on the main Veilguard game and didn't confirm or deny if the team would work on DLC after launch. She did, however, reiterate that it won't have any microtransactions, battle passes, or online requirements. Look at that. Isn't that like we're in such a sad age of gaming where that's an announced feature. That just to be default. You bought the game, it worked. It had everything on the disc. Now it's a feature. No microtransactions, battle passes are on. Why the fuck would a battle pass be in a damn RPG? There will be transmog. Ooh-wee. Every RPG needs transmog. If you don't play RPGs and you don't know what that is, in RPGs, you often have to make the hard choice. Go with the armor and weapons that have the best stats, or go with the best armor and weapons that give you the best drip. With transmog, you don't have to decide. You can wear the best armor and weapons, but then also wear the best looking armor and keep your stats. Every RPG needs it. There won't be any asexual characters this time around. I don't know what that means, but okay. Blood Mage will not be a specialization for Rook. Okay, whatever. Even Sims have a sort of battle pass now. That's crazy. There will be no dog this time. No pups. BioWare will show the character creator before launch. We'd love to see that. Rook's last name will be defined by their faction. There will be a collector's edition. Ooh, we'll keep our eye on that. Tavern songs are back. One of the coolest world building bits in Inquisition was tavern songs performed by bards in the Skullhold. So the world will feel alive. A whole lot of singing. Your party members can leave if you piss them off, but they might come back. Damn, they got to spin a block ass bitch. If Rook dies, the game's over. In previous Dragon Age games, you'd shift control from one character to another if they died in combat. In the Veilguard, you'll have to reload a save if the Rook dies. That's because you don't get direct control of your companions this time around. So it's more about, who you're just playing. The fate decision from the Inquisition won't be a factor in Veilguard, and there won't be mounts this time around. It didn't really look like you needed a mount in this. Yeah, it just seems like everything they're doing is streamlining the game, which is going to piss some people off. But I'm in the camp of I'm tired of everything being open world. I'm open world burnt the fuck out. It seems like more than 50% of games in the last 10 years that released every year have been open world. That number needs to come down to like 20%, maybe 10. If you're not producing something open world that's changing the game, leave it alone. Please. Make more. I feel like the happy medium is semi-open world games. Games with hub worlds where you get to explore a little bit, but it's not too much. Semi-open, open zoned. Yeah, kind of like Jedi Survivor. That's an open zoned type of game where there are levels where you would fly to a planet and it was a big open space, but it wasn't completely open world. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. That's some Veilguard shit I got. Well, that actually was in the article, so we don't need to talk about that. Elden Ring update. I feel like we're giving daily Elden Ring updates. We're almost there. We're 1 week away, Friday. We're exactly 7 days away from Shadow of the Erdtree. And the official Elden Ring account announced that an update to Elden Ring's base game and a day one patch for Shadow of the Erdtree will be distributed on the 20th. The update includes bug fixes, balance changes, and some new features. I hope those balance adjustments are for people who run Rivers of Blood with Kindred of Rot and the Blood Expulsion talismans. If you guys don't know what that is, Rivers of Blood is one of the best weapons in the game, and then there's 2 talismans that boost that weapon, so you can run around and basically one-shot bosses and just beat them all in like 1 hour, and then say, I beat Elden Ring. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Here's a preview of some of the main additional features from the update. New features include newly obtained items with a marked exclamation point, and a new tab called Recent Items has been added to review them too. Elden Ring can be played early on PC Thursday at 6 EST. Shadow of the Erdtree. New summoning pool features. I'm not going to summon, but we'll entertain this for shits and giggles. Active summoning pools will now be carried over to New Game Plus. Individual summoning pools can now be enabled, disabled, and added a map function menu. Only active summoning pools will be selected when using the gold effigy. You think you're about to switch up your build? I might run that claw build, the one that was like flying all over. I might. I'll probably start off with just running the Moonveil and see how I feel, and then I'm gonna explore. And if I find that claw weapon, I'm gonna be looking for weapons. I might run that shit, but I'll probably have to respec because you probably. How would you build that? You know what I'm talking about? I know I put it in the group chat. Let me see. Let me pull up in the group chat. What the hell is this? Oh, shout out to Tim's. Goddamn. Where's my it was Kami that tweeted it, actually. Kami Elden Ring Dex. I was thinking Dex and Strength probably. Oh, that's actually exactly what I was looking for. This one right here. This weapon looks pretty cool. I'm gonna try to find this one where he's just throwing hands. But I'm definitely gonna be taking my time with this. Like Ethos is like trying to beat it first. I'm not trying to be the first to beat it. I'm just trying to have fun with the game. I'm gonna explore and try new things basically. Tim's Anita, y'all need y'all a nice little Nigerian shawty. Nice little Nigerian shawty. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, does anybody know what this weapon is called? Oh, is it called Beast Claws? The Beast Claws. That's what I'm looking for. Take me to the Bahamas. What else did they announce? Ethos, he don't play games anyway. 5 new hairstyles have been added to the game. They can be selected during character creation. Use the clouded mirror stand or use Relion's rebirth feature. They got to cut my life into pieces. Did they add the Killmonger? The Killmonger dreads? That's cool. They're adding new content for free for everybody. That's cool. A little something, something. New fighting style in the DLC. There's 8 new fighting styles and 100 new weapons. There's a ton of new content. That's why people are excited about it. This is like a full-blown expansion, baby. They said it'll take the average person 30 hours to beat it. And if you want to beat it 100%, 70 hours. We're going to be eating. We're going to be eating. We got some rumors, some more rumors from the gaming leaks and rumors. So take it with a grain of salt. Reddit, some Resident Evil shit. Resident Evil 9 details from a German leaker says 100% that Resident Evil 9 stars both Jill and Leon. Long read ahead. This information comes from a German leaker who is apparently very reliable according to people who follow him. His name is Andy from the Screenfire Germany. According to Dust Golem, Andy, who was actually the first person to have leaked Resident Evil 0 and this other Resident Evil remakes months before Dust Golem and IGN even commented on him. His source is apparently a Capcom employee that he became good friends with at Gamescom's event. All the following information comes from a stream on YouTube, which has been translated from an X user. Sapphire's weapons. Man, let's just get into the points. Says Resident Evil 9 stars Leon and Jill, not just Leon. Jill is apparently to Leon what Shiva is to Chris and RE5. So basically, like they're tag teaming, basically. I remember, okay. Game is not fully open world, just has open world elements like RE Village and RE4 Remake. So semi-open world. A little something to explain. So co-op, that's a possibility. That is a possibility. Game was initially designed as a co-op game, but after positive receptions to Resident Evil 7 and RE Village being single player, Capcom has cut the co-op aspect. Say it ain't so. Well, there you go. Well, considering cutting co-op, Capcom also considered cutting Jill as well as to focus on Leon in the single player. However, after reducing Jill's role so much in Resident Evil 5, they felt it was unfair to cut her again. Says he knows 100% that Jill is still in the game as a main character. The fact that Leon is in it, I might try it because Resident Evil 4 is the only, even though I don't like the ending. It's the only one that I like. If this rumor is true and there's no co-op in it, I wouldn't worry about it too much because I'd imagine if this comes to PC, they're probably going to mod co-op into it. You know they're going to put into it. Mentioned that if it's still if there still is co-op, he's not sure how Capcom is designing it. Says it could be like RE5 and RE6 or like RE0. Doesn't know who the game's supporting characters are, but suspects it most likely is Barry for Jill and Ada for Leon. Says RE9 will not focus on Blue Umbrella and likely not on the BSAA cliffhanger from the end of Village either. If the BSAA cliffhanger is addressed, it will only be a small part of the game. The game will be third person, but he suspects the first person will be added later to the game, probably for VR. I think the enemies are zombies, but they'll be faster and likely more aggressive since the slow, lumbering zombies wouldn't be a threat to Jill or Leon anymore. He also has provided some interesting information regarding the franchise as a whole. He said the only characters who are safe from death are Chris, Jill, Leon, and Claire. Anybody else, including Barry, Rebecca, and even Ada, could be killed off if the story calls for it. He suspects that could be part of the reason why Barry might appear in RE9. Due to his age, his window of being used is limited, so it's possible Capcom may want to give him one final appearance before closing off his story. RE5 Remake was in pre-production but was ultimately shelved, not canceled, until Capcom could figure out how to handle the racism controversy. Yeah. It was always weird to me how in every other Resident Evil game you kill zombies, but in Resident Evil 5 you go to Africa and kill a bunch of niggas. That was always weird to me. You got some explaining to do. But anyways, Says that Capcom could put out a call for our Resident Evil 6 remake, but nobody had any interest in the project, so it was canceled and they would likely never happen. Also mentioned that each team and director isn't bound by the story or cliffhangers that came in a previous game. They can tell whatever story they want and use the characters they want. This is why there are so many unsolved cliffhangers and characters reduced to be never seen again. Zombie niggas. Resident Evil 5 was a good game, though. I've heard mixed things about it. I've only played it for like one mission, so like I don't have a strong opinion about it. Like, yeah, no, I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. They were zombie niggas though. Also, they said seeing these newly introduced characters like Shiva and Helena, he mentioned, are unlikely to ever make an appearance again. He also says that he tries to be transparent with what he knows and doesn't know in regard to leaking. So there you go. There's the information. Take it all with a grain of salt. Don't get too excited. Don't get too down. Co-op could be a thing in this. It could be not. This is all coming from a random leaker that I've never heard of, but you know, just to create conversation for shits and giggles. And also remember where you heard it first if it does come out to be true. Just makes for fun conversation. Any hard games that scare you? Dead Space 1 and 2. That's about it. But yeah, that's what I got for you. That's what I got for you on that. And then last but not least, before we hop on some X Defiant, this isn't gaming related, but I was scrolling on TikTok and I thought this was funny, so I thought I'd bring it up. Just some Cleveland slander. I'm gonna go ahead and play the video and then I'm gonna comment. I'm just gonna let this one rock.
I don't know much about life in Cleveland, Ohio, but what I do know is the owner of this house was trying to keep someone out or something. It is 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, not 2, they lied, and it's 1,888 square feet. Let's go inside. Walking into the front door and you're immediately greeted to the large open family room, dining room combination. Yes, there is the grayscale going on in here, but I want you to take note before we move into the kitchen of the open windows and the door. And in this kitchen, the energy starts to change. As you can see, the kitchen is very open. They tried to add some color with the blue cabinets, but then you notice the bars on the window. And then you see the door, the double barricaded door. What is going on back here? And it's only back here that's like this. You saw the front of that.
I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you why there's double barricaded doors and iron barred windows inside of these Cleveland homes. It's because a lot of people don't know. So for those of you who don't know, there's a Mexican folktale known as the Chupacabra. And correct me if I'm wrong if there's any Mexicans in the chat. From what I remember, the Chupacabra was a monster, a werewolf-like type of beast that used to only come out at night in Mexico and would like kill people's livestock. Like the animals they would keep on their farms, destroy the crops and stuff like that. A lot of people, what they don't know is they think that happened in Mexico. No. That didn't happen in Tijuana. That didn't happen in Cancun. Where that actually happened is in Cleveland. So at night, what happens in Cleveland? Has anybody ever played what's the parkour game with the zombies? What's the parkour game with the zombies? What's that shit called? Parkour zombie game. Dying Light. There we go. Thank you, chat. For those of you who ever played Dying Light, the city of Cleveland is like Dying Light. In Dying Light, there's a mechanic where when it becomes nighttime, these super zombies just come out and they're damn near impossible to beat. So it's kind of like that. The Chupacabra does not live in Mexico. It lives in Cleveland. So a lot of people barricade their homes. The people who do have dogs in Cleveland, they don't have cute little dogs like Yorkies and like, you know, them designer dogs with the strollers and shit. They only have Cane Corsos and wolf breeds, like half wolf breed, like straight killer type dogs. Fucking Rottweilers and pit bulls and shit like that. And it's because the dog is there to guard as well as these barricaded doors against the Chupacabra. Because you gotta keep in mind, there are no grocery stores in Cleveland. They only have livestock. They only have mutilated and mutated cows and chickens and shit. They don't have regular chickens. They have chickens with like 3 heads. Because when the Great Nuclear War happened in Cleveland, it caused a lot of radiation. So you got ghouls running around, super mutants, rad roaches, raiders. So not only do you have to fight those off, but you have to fight off the Chupacabra. Because the thing about the Chupacabra is the Chupacabra does do its work in Mexico, but it does, like, you know how the birds fly south for vacation? The Chupacabra is the opposite. The Chupacabra goes north for vacation. So half the year it spends the year in Mexico, and then when things start to get weird, it goes up north, it goes to Cleveland, knocks on your door, tries to eat your livestock, tries to tear up your house. So like a lot of people have to barricade. They have shotguns and shit like that. Look it up. It's you have to go to the library. A lot of y'all niggas don't go to the library. It's in the library. If you look it up, read the books, ask your local librarian, if you don't have a library card, get one. Start researching the history of Cleveland. Because this is the reason why people are doing that. If you guys don't know, super mutants, this is the type of stuff they fight. Super mutants, Fallout. Yeah, they fight chupacabras and super mutants. This is what they fight in the city of Cleveland. It's just very powerful enemies. The Chupa Cleveland. That's what we call it, the Chupa Cleveland. So yeah, I just wanted to put y'all into a little history because a lot of people are really ignorant. First of all, it's not a Mexican folktale. It's a real thing, but like a lot of people don't know, the Chupacabra doesn't just fight its battles in Mexico. They fight them in Cleveland. And with that being said, Siggy, let's get on the game. I'm glad that y'all can listen to my story. Y'all can listen to my truth. What about the Cleveland women? Cleveland women look like Krogans. You know what a Krogan is from Mass Effect? Say female Krogan. There you go, right there. That's what Cleveland. All the years of radiation, drinking poison water. The bitches in Cleveland look like Rex Erdnot. If you don't know who that is, let me see. Rex Erdnot. Is it bad bitch alert? Y'all think I'm playing? They all look like this. They wear big bulking armor and they carry shotguns. Just nasty gremlin assholes, bro. You are bound to get an STD. When you fuck a Cleveland chick, you can't take her down. She takes down you. Real rap. Let's get on the game. You said Krogans with baby hairs. That's fucking funny, bro. Krogans with baby hair. That's fucking